Beat down.
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day so far, unlike myself. Guys, I start this video with an apology. I officially started being sick today, so my voice is going to be a little bit groggy. Excuse if I clear my throat once or twice during the video, but I'll still try to give you guys the best possible commentary from my side. We are in Hollies, Sweden for the third round of my 6-round Rallycross championship on Dirt 4. You guys know that I'm leading the championship so far by 50 points. Well, not by 50 points, but I'm ahead in the championship with a total of 50 points. I was looking forward to Hollies. This is one of my favorite Rallycross tracks, especially on dirt. But this is not the full track, guys. This is like a club sort of track. It's a little bit shorter. It's very short and very action-packed. You guys are going to enjoy this. And as you guys can see, this is the start of Quali 1. But before we start with Quali 1, let's head into some practice.
Okay, get a good start and let's get you a result today.
So we're back for qualifying 1. Guys, quickly, the reason I chose this track, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, with free play championships on dirt, you can only have 6 different events. So, and because there only being 5 Rallycross locations, if I wanted to do a full 6 event free play championship, I had to do one country twice, and that's why I chose Sweden. This track is so much fun. It's short and powerful. It's a lot of fun. You don't really have time to blink because stuff happens so quickly. But it's one of the more fun Clubman tracks to drive, so I personally love it. And with these full spec Rallycross cars, it's just one hell of a blast. You can see here we go through the final hairpin, and let's quickly hear what our spotter has to say.
Once the rest have done their joker, I reckon we'll be fighting for first, fighting for the win at the moment.
So we head on to the beginning of lap 3, and I head into the joker lap at this stage, guys. Guys, this is a really, I wouldn't say easy, but also not hard joker lap. The joker lap entry is easy. The exit is actually very hard to get perfect, because with the exit, if you slightly overcook it, you hit the barrier. If you undercook it, your speed is just nothing coming out of there. So it's actually hard to get it right, but it's more of an effect on the big Hollier circuit, not this one. So yeah, that's the end of Quali 1.
Right, the stewards have given you a time penalty for exceeding track limits.
So we're back after an, I would say, semi-interesting qualifying 1. You guys heard that I unfortunately got a penalty, Yeah, only 5 seconds. I think I deserved a bigger penalty because of my major corner cut, but still, this still puts me in contention to have a good qualifying result. So I'm not complaining, but I think a bigger penalty was in order. We head on to qualifying 2, and I'm quickly gonna have to repair my car for the stuff that I did damage. It's only the dampers on my chassis. Then just do the quick inspection to see if there's anything else wrong with the car. But other than that, guys, Holliers, to me, it's my favorite track on Dirt 4, even though there only being 4 tracks, 4 countries, well, 5 countries on Dirt 4. Holliers in Sweden is by far my favorite. It's a tight and twisty track, and it's so fast. You have to be on your toes while you drive this track. Especially this Clubman version. The big one with the long back straight is not as demanding as this little one. With this small Clubman version, you really have to be on full concentration. Sometimes with the other one, you can like just let your mind just quickly go for a second or two. Rather than that, ooh, Rally's Letish hits that wall extremely hard as he comes out of the Joker lap. But like I said, guys, you really have to be on your toes. But still, this is a very fun track to drive. I enjoy this little Clubman version of Holliers to bits. It's just so fun to drive. But here we head onto the end of lap 1, and my spotter has some interesting news for me.
Once the rest have done their Joker, I reckon we'll be fighting for first. Once the rest have done their Joker, I reckon we'll be fighting for first. Careful on the Joker merge, there will be another car there.
And we're back. I just clobbered the barrier coming out of the Joker lap, well, the Joker section. And as you guys can see, Radius Letitia's ahead of me. I just had no answer for this Sayed Ibiza. You guys can see heading into the final corner, I've got the overspeed on him. I'm a little late on the brakes, I hit him from behind, but to no avail. He still beats me, and the Sayed takes quali 2.
You should be very happy with that. Job well done.
So we're done with qualifying 2 and heading on to qualifying 3. You guys can see here I was 3rd in the heat, giving me a total of 82 points, I think. In any case, we don't see there, but still, all I can tell you guys that I was 5th overall in the standings. And heading into qualifying 3, I started to panic a bit because I realized I was a little bit slow in compared to the AI boys. So I had to really, I would say, get another gear to be faster. But still, I'm gonna give it my all, and we'll see how things go. We're here on the starting line for qualifying 3. I just quickly go through all my cameras. I don't know why I do that. I like that. Second gear, and we drop the handbrake as soon as we see the green lights. There we go, and we're up. It's a very good start from all of us. I turn in, yank the handbrake down to full gear. I actually do a little bit of a two-wheel there. I didn't even realize that while I was racing. I was so focused on just being first for this qualifying. I'm sure you guys can already realize my pace is much better than what it was. And we go here into the chicane. I love this corner. I overshoot a bit and I go over the gravel, but not the end of the world.
It looks like we'll be racing for the win once all the drivers have taken their Joker. Looks like there will be another car as you merge.
So, out of the Joker lap on the final lap, sorry, I had a quick swap of words there. We head here into the chicane. I love the chicane, guys. It's so fun to go through here. If you get the first part right, you can just yank the car through the second part and you fly out of there full throttle. We head over the jump and into the final hairpin, going down to 3rd gear, turning in a little bit too much, but we come over the line with a 2 minutes 18.4.
Race win. Well done.
So done with qualifying 3, heading on to qualifying 4, and stuff are looking definitely up for us. It's looking much better, and to be honest with you guys, I actually felt so good after this qualifying. As you guys can even see here, I topped the leaderboard. So at this moment I'm having a front row start in semi-final 1. We head into quali 4. All I wanted to do here was just basically finish with as minimum damage to the car as possible. I didn't want a bumper bashing and heavy on the clutch and the gearbox and I don't know what everything, but still, let's head into qualifying 4 and see what happens. I am quite excited for this because this is when I see how strong the AI are. basically on the semi-finals and the final form that they are usually. So let's see what happens in this fourth and qualifying. Second gear, yank the handbrake. I made the cars gearing so short that actually launching in second gear was actually quite fast, and down with the handbrake, and we are off. I get a little bit of a shunt from, I don't know who that was. Yeah, I know it was the Peugeot, but it's Sebastian Loeb. Another shot from the Seat, exactly what I wanted to avoid. Thank you, Ranish Nitish. But still, I'm first. I knew I was a little bit friendly with the handbrake there, and I'm first through the first couple of corners. Down to second gear for this fun chicane, up to third, fourth. We go ahead here onto the end of lap 4. I'm going into the Joker lap, and I just clip the chicane a little bit, and I get a perfect exit out of there. Down to third gear for these two left-handers, especially the second one. It's a little bit more than just 90 degrees. I say it's more like 100 degrees, but in any case, we head here for the final time of qualifying for through the chicane. Up into third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and then we go over the ramp. Down to third gear for this wonderful hairpin at the end. I get it perfect, and across the line we do a 2 minutes 20.0, a little bit slower than my previous qualifying times, but still, how many of you guys think we were? And I was first. I can't believe I still won with the 2 minutes 20. The other cars were also faster than the previous qualifying, so I'm guessing the track decreased in speed after this session. So I topped the leaderboards with a total of 182 points over Ranish Nitish, who is second with 171. So me and Sebastian Loeb will be on the front row for semi-final 1. And I'll go to the bottom there so you guys can see one of my championship rivals, Peter Solberg, is dead last. He didn't even make it into the semis. So that's good news for me, but the bad news is that Johan Christoffersen, my other championship rival, is definitely into the semis. And as you guys know, you only need third place in the semis to go to the final. So let's see if Johan Christoffersen can do what he does best, and let's see if he makes this the final. We head here onto the start of semi-final 1, and it's 6 cars, me alongside Sebastian Loeb, and you can see that Johan Christoffersen is in the second row on the left hand side now. I go to the first corner, I just actually shunt myself in front of Sebastian Loeb, and actually nobody goes for the Joker lap on the first lap. That's quite odd. I'm not complaining, that means I have track position, and we go here through these first couple of corners. It looks so epic on the replay camera, I have to say so myself. There you guys can see how it looks from the outside. I start building a small gap to Sebastian Loeb. I go here to the final hairpin. The AI to me are a little bit overpowered on that corner because they always just come up right behind me. I don't know how to take that corner faster in any manner. But heading on to lap 2, we are actually still going strong. Sebastian Loeb is still right up my gearbox. He's not letting me go by any little means. And the two cars, oh no, it's not actually Loeb, it's Janus Bauman, and Sebastian Loeb has gone for his Joker lap as well as Ronald, but Shishirin is in semi-final 2 in that mini, who actually surprised a lot of us because that mini is not usually on pace, but he actually won, I think, a qualifying session. We head here onto lap 3, back onto the replay camera, and you guys can see I'm actually in a very good rhythm here. I actually go for the Joker lap on lap 3 just to defend from Sebastian Loeb, and I still come out in first position, which to me was fantastic because I thought I was definitely going to come out behind the Ford of Janus Baumanis, but then I saw how close Sebastian Loeb was to him, so I was actually grateful that I came out in first position. This meant that I could build a gap and that everything was going to go well for the rest of my semi-final. So, finishing off lap 3 onto lap 4, and you guys can see here that things are going very well for me indeed. I'm building a massive gap, I've already joked, and in second place Janus Bauman is holding up the rest of the field so much because Sebastian Loeb and Johan Christoffersen don't seem to be getting past him. So at this stage I was just building up my lead as fast as I could and as far as I could. I mean, this is like being handed something on a silver platter. You need to make just with what you get. And I head here into the final corner. I actually go a little bit wide, to be honest, but onto the 5th lap. We go here through this first corner, big amount of oversteer. I actually get a very bad entrance into the second corner, but it's not the end of the world. Over the first jump, close to the barrier as we can, down to third gear, get the right hander, stay in third gear for the second right hander, let the car kick for oversteer, up to 4th gear and 5th gear, and then as you go into 5th you actually start braking for the chicane. I'm actually supposed to go down to 2nd gear to complete the chicane, but I'm through there in 3rd, over the final jump, down to 3rd gear for the final hairpin, and we head here onto the final lap of semi-final 1. Unfortunately guys, I would love to show you the replay cameras of the AI, but Dirt does not allow that. It's not a function within the Dirt game. So unfortunately I can't show you guys what happens here as Janus Baumanis goes for his Joker lap. But onto the final lap, I was really just nursing the car guys. I wasn't pushing hard at all, and as you guys will see here in a moment, I completely got my final corner wrong. Like not even a little bit, I got it a lot wrong. As you guys see over the jump heading into the final corner, I brake way too much and the grass just like grabs my car and I just take out a side pistol. I win semi-finals 1 with Sebastian Loeb in 2nd and Janus Baumanis comes through in 3rd. So he pushes out Johan Christoffersen out of the semi-final, so I'm fine for the final. Heading on to the final, I want you guys to leave in the comments down below where you think I'm going to finish, even though I've got a front row start. The final grid looks as follows. Obviously you guys know I'm starting on pole position with Shishard in his Mini Cooper in 2nd, Sebastian Loeb in 3rd, Kevin Hansen in 4th, and 2 Ford Fiestas rounding out the back with Janus Baumanis and Timur Timosianov. As you guys see, I have a lot of repair work to do on my car. That first lap of the semi-final was actually a little bit of a rough one, but other than that I just fix everything, do all my inspections that are usually expected to be done with the car, and we head onto the final. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's see if I can win my 3rd event in a row in this little Volkswagen Polo. Onto the front row of the grid for the semi-final, for the final of Hollier's Clubman track in Sweden. As you guys see here, we start building up the revs, and green light, here we go. The Mini gets a wonderful jump on me. I go into the first corner with Shishard in the lead. I'm in 2nd, the 2 Peugeots come up in 3rd and 4th. I actually climbed the curb there quite a lot. I give Shishard a little push on the back, and on the outside I do a handbrake corner around him. I go a little bit wide, go over the sand trap and the curb, but I make the move stick, and I'm definitely up into 1st position. Now my idea was to get away from this group because I knew the 2 Peugeots had immense space here. You guys saw that the Seats fell out in the semi-finals unfortunately, so the race was going to be between me and the 2 Peugeots of Sebastian Loeb and Kevin Hansen. I head here onto lap 2 within replay mode. You guys see that I have a big jump, and Sebastian Loeb, if you guys just quickly saw that in the background, has overtaken Shishard in the Mini and is charging at me as quickly as he can. We go here into the chicane. I love to take the chicane as fast as possible, but there I took it actually very slow because I overshot it like with a big amount. Into the final hairpin, and as you guys can see, Loeb is catching me significantly. We head on to the beginning of lap 3 and Sebastian Loeb is still coming from behind like a crazy person. He's not letting up even a little bit. He is just hammering away, trying to catch me. We head here into these 2 left-handers. I actually have a bad run into the first one, but the second one goes quite fine. Into the chicane, down onto the brakes, 2nd gear, and I have a perfect run through the chicane. I get a little bit of time back on Sebastian Loeb over the jump, and we head into the final hairpin again, the corner which I say the AI is totally overpowered. As you guys can see there, I actually have a very crappy run out of the corner, and Sebastian Loeb is on my gearbox. So what we're going to do now, he hasn't jokered yet, I haven't jokered yet. The only cars who have jokered is Baumanis and Timosianov. So let's see what happens here. Still, Sebastian Loeb has not went for his Joker lap. So I waited for him to go Joker so I could Joker the very next lap. The lap that he Jokered, I needed to put in my best lap to make sure that I keep the lead. But let's see what Sebastian Loeb's idea is and what he tries to do to dethrone me from first position. A quick background on Sebastian Loeb, guys. He's a 9-time World Rally Champion. He started doing Rallycross. I don't actually know why. I think he just wanted to add to his tally of championships. But still, he's an exceptional driver who I have a lot of respect for. I don't like him, but I have a lot of respect for Sebastian. We head here onto the end of lap 5. I actually go a little bit heavy over the curb there. I've got a slight lead over Sebastian Loeb, and the question was Sebastian Loeb going to Joker on this lap? Let's see. I think I go into the Joker lap. Yes, I do. to block him off because it's the final lap. I actually hit the barrier a bit, but I keep my lead. Oh, I hit 2 barriers. Not what I don't think that's what Volkswagen wanted to see, but I keep the lead into the final few corners of this track. Not that this track has many corners. Final time through the chicane, and we are still keeping Sebastian Loeb behind us, but he's keeping us honest over the jump. And into the final corner, I once again brake too much. He shoves me from behind and he sends me wide completely. I hit the barrier and we are nearly side by side over the finish line.
Race win. Well done.
So guys, that was it for the Holliers Clubman circuit layout event. We're coming back to Holliers at the end of the championship. To be quite honest, I don't know how I'm going to do worse. The AI are on max difficulty and I'm still winning them, so we'll see what happens in the near future with the final 3 events. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, don't forget to ding the bell, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers!